Hey everyone, today's video is a little bit different. It's been 4 years since I created this YouTube channel and we're approaching 10,000 subscribers, almost 1 million views. But who am I? You may be asking yourself that question. So here I am to answer it for you. Come on, let's get started.
Todo queda sabroso.
So before we get into this video, I really want to thank every single subscriber here on YouTube. I can't thank you enough for your support. It really makes what I'm doing worthwhile. If you're new here, let me start by introducing myself. I am Chef Patrick Baez, and I started Sabroso as a way to fulfill my passion in food, but specifically Latin and Hispanic food. And in doing so, it has opened my eyes to the wonderful world of Latin and Hispanic cuisine. So a little bit about myself. I was born in Trenton, New Jersey, T-Town. Trenton makes the world takes. I now live in Charlotte, North Carolina with my beautiful wife, Tamara, and my strikingly handsome son, Jaden. Wonder where he gets it from. But we also have twins who are all grown up now, have families of their own. And I'm proud to say that I'm a grandpa. But we don't use the word grandpa because that's old. Our grandchildren call us Bello and Bella, which kind of suits us. I have been working as a chef in the food service industry for over 20 years as an executive chef, chef manager, caterer, personal chef, and culinary instructor.
My wife and I were also campus pastors in Ewing, New Jersey for 4 years.
My philosophy for food is very simple. I have a model that says food can look good, but if it doesn't taste good, then your cooking is in vain. So make it sabroso. Sabroso means tasty, yummy, savory. And I believe that's what food should be. So over on Instagram, I asked our followers if they had any questions about me. And here are some of those questions. Okay, this first one is from my daughter. Would you say your daughter is your best friend in the whole wide world? Second best. Okay, here's a question from Zonia. She says, ¿A qué edad se dio cuenta que quería ser chef? That's kind of interesting story because I didn't go the traditional route. When I was 21, I had twins that I had to support and take care of. And because I didn't graduate high school, I didn't have a diploma, jobs were scarce. And so for 10 years, I've worked so many jobs, so many dead-end jobs. So when I turned 30, I was really wanting to have a career and do something meaningful with my life.
So I got my GED and I enrolled in the culinary arts program at the restaurant school at Walnut Hill College in Philadelphia, PA, where I was able to receive my associate's degree in culinary arts, but I was also able to go to France and learn more about this craft that would afford me such great experiences and opportunities.
Then we have a couple of questions from Miss Angie. What motivated you to get into cooking and into YouTube? My inspiration to get into cooking came from a very unlikely place, PBS, in a PBS program called Great Chefs. It was a program where they highlight chefs throughout the world and throughout the US. Before there was Food Network and the Cooking Channel, there was Great Chefs with people like Emeril Lagasse and Bobby Flay and Anthony Bourdain, one of my heroes, Patrick Clark. And I used to watch these programs religiously and learned a lot from just watching them cook. And then I began to mimic the dishes that I was seeing on this program. And I began to develop this love and this passion for food, for cooking, for techniques, and enlightening my senses of taste and smell. And from there, I was hooked. Now for the second part of Miss Angie's question, so in the latter part of my career, I was teaching culinary arts to middle and high school students. And I was doing that until the pandemic hit. Then I lost my job, I was having some health issues, and I was really kind of at a crossroad. Now my family and friends have always suggested that I make a YouTube channel, and I always came up with the excuse that I didn't have time. Well, now with this pandemic and being unemployed, I had plenty of time. So in July 2020, I created Sabroso. Even though I didn't have any YouTube experience, I didn't have any photography or video skills, I knew nothing about editing. So everything I had to learn from scratch. And although at times it was challenging, being able to tell a story through the food and through the culture, it motivated me to really embrace content creation. Here's one from Facebook from Derek Vogelman who asks, what is your favorite NFL team? I have this face because he knows my team and he knows that they're not doing very well right now. And so I don't appreciate the sarcasm, Derek, but I have to give a shout out to Derek because he is actually one of my mentors who really showed me how to be a chef, how to be a manager and a leader of people. And I really owe a lot to him, but I'm not going to hype him up because he's an Eagles fan. Here's a question from my boo. What drives you? Well, first and foremost, my belief and my faith in Almighty God. It is my faith and my belief that really anchors me in life, in family, in my career. I owe it all to him. The second thing that drives me is my family. Family is so important to me. And here's another question from Miss Angie. What is your all-time favorite dish? That is hard. But I guess my all-time favorite dish goes back to my childhood and to my mom, who is such a great cook and such an inspiration, not only in the man that I've become, but also as a chef. Much of my food memories comes from my mom's cooking. I mean, every time dinner was ready, I would come down from my room and there were certain things that gave me a hint of what she cooked that day. If I saw a bowl on the table with a plate on top, I knew that she made her famous warm potato salad, which is a combination of mashed potatoes and potato salad. And it is awesome. I still make it for my family today. And if I looked on the stove and there was a saute pan with a glass top, I knew that she made her one-pan lasagna. Before that was even a thing, she was already doing it. But it's this one dish that whenever I came down and I saw a rectangular pan with a paper towel over the top, I knew that was my mom's pastelón. Pastelón is kind of like a lasagna. It is made with sweet plantains and it has a picadillo mixture, a savory beef filling, and it's topped with cheese, baked in the oven, and it is absolutely delicious. And so when I think about my favorite dish, my memory always goes back to my mom's pastelón. And it's something that I still do today, and it's still nostalgic. It still brings me joy. And that's the intention of cooking. So I hope that gives you a little insight into who I am as a person and as a chef and as a content creator. I'm so excited about the future of Sabroso. I'm looking forward to making more great content, even expanding our borders a little bit. Stay tuned for Sabroso on the road. Thank you for tuning in. And until we meet again, make it sabroso.
Todo queda sabroso.